just immediately changed my plan.
Oh, I see someone.
This is very exposed. I should really not be doing this.
Okay. There she is.
Welcome back to Game 2 of the Seektag Mini-League here at Coal Drops Yard, just north of King's Cross in central London. In today's night game, 4 players, Nikita, Alibeth, Planky and me, will be trying to spot each other without getting seen. It's extreme hide and seek, where we'll have to hide and seek at the same time. In Game 1, I got away with 2 spots, Alibeth used her favourite hiding place to spot me, and Nikita and Planky each tagged all 3 zones, but didn't get any successful spots. For Game 2, we've swapped out 2 of the zones, and everyone is trying to figure out what everyone else is thinking.
It's an inconveniently placed line bike. Welcome to London. Okay, game number 2, and you can hardly see me. It is actually pretty much pitch black on the canals.
It's now completely dark, obviously not where it's lit up like it is right behind me here, but other than that, when you do hit shadow, it is dark now.
I think I'm going to try to stay on the top level of this arena because it does allow you to look down a lot when people are running around for checkpoints. Get my checkpoints, but also find like a spot to stay in for longer, which is very hard for me to do because I really like running around and spotting people.
I might try and get one checkpoint first, go to the safe space, look out for people, and then try another checkpoint. But I don't really know this time because I think people are going to be waiting near the checkpoints at the beginning.
Everyone always goes for the checkpoints first. So if I just hog one for a little bit, they might come to me, especially if I've got my night vision, because I've been standing out here for a little bit, and they don't.
In fact, I might stay hidden for a bit in the beginning before I start going out looking for the checkpoints.
Last game I said I was going to do 1 zone tag first. I ended up just tagging 2 zones at the beginning. That feels like it's probably the way to go, but maybe everyone else is going to be thinking that. So maybe I need to go and watch one of the zones and then try and do the tags right at the end. That might be insane, or that might be genius. Let's try that and see if it works. If I manage to stick to my plan at all, which of course I might not, so let's see.
I can actually, the more time I spend here, see quite well. I might just try the play of hover in the darkness. It might actually work-ish. I'm scared, yes, me too. Me too. Oh no. Did you get it? Oh no! Well, the box is out. That might be enough of a distraction for other people to fall for my trap, but that does mean we're all going to have to get the other 2 zones.
The canal is now so dark that Planky's phone is not able to scan the QR code and claim the points for tagging Blackbox. As a result of this problem, we're planning to add a torch button to the scan page in future. But for now, as Planky has already realised, this means that in order to tag the minimum required 2 zones, everyone is going to have to tag the 2 remaining zones. Meanwhile, on the other side of the arena...
Okay guys, I just immediately changed my plan. I was going to wait, and I've decided I'm just going to go for a zone tag really early, because there's one right here, and I was kind of close to it. And then, what am I doing then? Then up here, now I'm going to get out the way, 1 zone tag down, and we're just going to try and do this kind of quick. Because from up here, this isn't as good as I hoped. I can see the zone just down there. I'm also super opened up behind. I don't think that I'm going to have much chance of covering both these angles. I've got to look at this. That's where the zone is that I just tagged. But I've also got to cover this.
Okay, let's see. So, let's try getting radio first. So far, I don't see no one. But also these lights are so bright that it's so hard to see if somebody's trying to spot me from the level above.
Maybe if I'm side on at least to this, then I'll know. I pretty much know where to go. and I've got to basically watch that the whole time if I'm going to catch anybody. Also, I'm pretty lit up by this little light. Maybe I can block the light like this.
Okay, we are close enough. Okay, this is an open bit. Let's be careful. Let's be careful. Nobody. Let's walk faster.
Thing is, I'm gonna... Oh, there is somebody. And who are you?
Let's walk faster. Nobody. Where's the radio? Oh, there it is.
709. 709. This worked. Did not expect that to work.
Checkpoint tagged. Okay, maybe not entering the arena thing here, because...
Where's she going is the question. Where's Nikita going? Looks like she's gone back in. Currently kind of okay. Given that worked so well, let's have a quick look here. Pocket the phone. I see somebody hiding behind the pillar on the far side. That's definitely one of us. I see a little cheeky leg.
I see someone. I can't see the number. Can you just stay still? I think they may have seen me.
The fact they're hiding might mean, as they were hiding before I got here, that might mean that there's somebody else there as well, which I'm guessing would be on this side. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go down, try and come out at the bottom. Wow, it's much quieter in here. I don't hear anything else, which probably means I'm relatively alone, at least in this stairwell.
This game is getting increasingly chaotic, so let's take a moment to look at how everyone is doing. At the canal, Planky discovered it was too dark to tag Black Box, then decided to try and use that fact to spot other players as they struggle from the safety of the darkness further up the canal, then abandoned the plan and went the long way round to get within striking distance of Plantful. Having spotted Nikita tagging radio, I've noticed Alibeth and, wrongly assuming she's hiding from another player, headed down a level to try and spot that imaginary player. All the while, Nikita was sneaking around the upper level in the arena centre and is now also heading towards Plantful on the other side of Alibeth, who has stuck to her plan of hiding, mainly behind plant pots, and watching to see if she can spot anyone moving between areas. The pressure is building as everyone unknowingly descends on the same zone.
Let me try.
This is very exposed. I should really not be doing this. So easy for anyone to spot me right now. Okay, this is not helpful because anyone can see me. I'm gonna try to hide here for a bit and see if we see someone.
Couldn't read the number again. Right, I'm really exposed now. I'm gonna have to just make a run for it.
So Ben's had once. Oh, I see Alibeth. Okay, let's be quiet. I don't think she saw me. Because if she had, she could have come and chased me down.
Okay, Okay, got one checkpoint, but I can't stay in this area. It's too dangerous.
At the worst possible moment for Alibeth, Planky has appeared at the corner of the building, having arrived hoping to tag Plantful himself, and narrowly missed seeing her break cover just 15 seconds earlier. We've now got Planky, Alibeth and Nikita lined up in a standoff. Alibeth has the fewest options, as she and Planky are both trying to figure out how to see each other's numbers and somehow disappear. If at any moment one of them thinks the other has seen their number, there will be nothing stopping them from running over and counter-spotting. Neither Planky nor Alibeth are currently aware of Nikita, who's already spotted Alibeth and wants to tag Plantful herself, but doesn't yet know that Planky is on the far side of the building. Planky has the most options, as he has an easy escape route, but is the only player who ultimately knows that he will have to tag Plantful. He wants to also come away with a spot on Alibeth, but doesn't currently know about Nikita.
I can't see her number.
Now, unless I can shimmy away.
It ends in a 6. She's going to rush me, isn't she?
I'm stuck. I'm literally stuck. I'm going to have to shimmy to the other side.
Something 26. 8, 5, 26.
I think I'm going to have to go back up the stairs.
I think she's still hiding behind that bin. Okay, she's ran tracked. And whilst I was doing that, who was watching me?
The problem is that I can't escape without being seen now, and I don't want them to see my number. Okay, Alibeth's gone now.
And wait here.
Somehow, Alibeth has managed to sneak away, leaving Planky to debate whether to enter the number he thought he saw. If he's got it wrong, he'll lose 3 points, but if he's got it right, he'll leapfrog Alibeth and move into 3rd place. Meanwhile, Nikita has become aware of Planky and believes she's still unable to move without being seen. But there's so much to keep track of, she hasn't realised that there's a lift right behind her that could provide the perfect invisible escape. Amongst the absolute chaos of this situation, there was one other moment we haven't already seen.
I think new plan is I'm going to go out and around the edge of the building. I can't stay here. Let's just go. Trying to move quick. It's moving quick minimises the chance that someone will catch a glimpse. Okay, cannot go that way. Absolutely can't go that way because Nikita's right there and she's my only spot currently. So I have to just run. I'll try and put some distance just in case she comes around the edge of the building there. Now I know where Nikita is. That's actually excellent for me because I just need to not bump into Nikita.
I see Planky still there. So we're gonna I see Planky. Five.
Hiding from that corner is a great place to peek numbers.
544. Wrong number!
I think that was 526. Do I want to try it? 526. I'm gonna... Let's see. No, it wasn't 526.
Okay, I now need to really get him because otherwise I'm gonna get the wrong.
Okay, so it's worth jumping in at this moment to point out just how mentally exhausted everyone is from this very tense standoff. Nikita just got Planky's number wrong, which gets her a 3-point penalty, but it absolutely doesn't mean she has to run over and correct her guess. You might do this if you were totally sure someone had already seen your number, but Planky is still completely unaware of her at this stage. Additionally, Planky has just entered a wrong number for Alibeth, who, incidentally, is still hiding behind this plant pot. Everyone is having a hard time, and poor Nikita is about to needlessly give herself away to Planky.
In that case, it must have been 8, 2, 6. Oh.
Oh, I got a wrong number for you, so I had to chase you down because I didn't want to.
Oh.
I got a wrong number.
I've got 2 wrong numbers.
Oh, I don't like this.
I know.
Astonishingly, even after all of this, the drama isn't over, because Planky is about to walk right past Plantful and Alibeth is still only meters away.
I think they caught each other.
Aye. Right. There she is. Yeah, okay. At this point, I have.
Meanwhile, on the other side of the arena, I'm walking along the canal towpath in near complete darkness to try and tag Black Box.
Also, the other thing I'm worried about is it's very dark, and I don't know what I do if my phone won't scan it in the dark. I guess we'll find out in about 10 seconds when I get there. Let's do this bit a little quicker so I get a chance to have a peek around this corner. This is tough because I've got to walk into the light to cross it. Looks good. I'm going to have to just walk at a normal pace, try not to get any attention. This is so dark. Okay. Is that gonna... There's no way that's gonna work. It's way too dark. Oh, it doesn't work with the torch on. Okay. That is a big problem.
I have still spotted Alibeth and her score counts for me. Oh, that's Ben. That's Ben. Can you see me? I need to be careful and hope he doesn't run this way. And if he doesn't run this way, I can just chase after him. Yep, we've forgotten about our knee injury now. We're just running. This matters more. Oh shit, he's coming this way, is he? Okay, I'm gonna try to get as close as I can to him. So if he hopefully runs that way, I can be closer to him and I don't have to chase him as much.
Nikita is hoping that I'll either walk back the way I came or head through the archway, at which point, if she's close enough, she can run in, spot me, and run away.
If I stand really still. Come on.
Oh, he's just waiting. He's not moving. Okay, let's try to play it cool.
In this moment, Nikita goes for just about the bravest strategy I've ever seen, as she plans to walk right past me while I'm distracted by trying to tag the zone.
I'm going to try for about another 10 seconds and then I'm going to have to call this. Oh man. Oh, you were the person I needed to not see. I have 2 minutes to get to... How are you down here? You were at the other end of the whole place.
Guess who's running? Who should not be running?
Oh yeah, don't run. Don't hurt your knee. I need to get to the other end really, really fast. Okay.
Okay, bye.
Okay. Bad news. Too dark. Too dark to scan that zone. So I basically, last second, I'm going to have to run the entire length of the arena to get to the other end so that I can scan the only remaining zone, which is almost certainly being camped by 2 other people.
Meanwhile, Alibeth is also making her way towards Black Box in the only way she knows how.
Okay, just gonna hide here for a bit, and I'm gonna make my way to the 3rd checkpoint, I think.
I basically can't afford to be sneaky. I've actually got to just move to get over there in time. Otherwise, I do not qualify. I'm going to get a little bit more sneaky as we get closer. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Do I have time? I'm not sure I have time to be this sneaky.
Everyone's losing it. You know, if I can get that last one, if I can somehow trick my phone into scanning that last objective, I'll be winning. Oh, there you are. Oh, damn it.
Okay, I need to get out of here.
What he doesn't know is he's just ruined my plan.
That was close, guys. 30 seconds. That was close. We nearly got away with that one. That would have been really, really good if we'd got away with that. I'm just going to do this as fast as I can. Take it and get out of here.
I haven't got long left.
In the last frantic moments of this chaotic game, Planky was hoping to somehow get his phone to scan Black Box in the darkness, but Alibeth arrived just seconds before and miraculously managed to tag the zone that no one else could. Alibeth was Planky's only spot, so he couldn't afford for her to see him and potentially counterspot him, so he froze in the darkness, keeping his points for having seen her, but without enough time to re-attempt Black Box. Clearly, players being unable to scan a zone was not something we had planned for, so in an attempt to keep this mini-league fair, we're going to try to correct for that now. While Alibeth was actually able to scan Black Box, on this occasion we're going to disallow it because no one else was able to. Nikita technically didn't tag the minimum 2 required zones, despite actually visiting Black Box, and ordinarily that would disqualify her, but given the chaos of this game and the fact we're adjusting scores at the end, in this case, we're going to allow it. We also noticed that Alibeth's number was partially obscured by a strap on her back, making an 8 look a lot like a 6. Planky entered 2 wrong numbers for Alibeth before finally getting close enough to see what was happening. So we've decided to remove one of those wrong number penalties from Planky, which gives us this final leaderboard for this game, and this total leaderboard for games 1 and 2.
I guess we can't put Black Box in anymore.
What?
It's too dark to scan it.
Oh, is that what was happening? Because you were there for so long.
I couldn't scan it, yeah.
I was hoping that you scan it and go the other way, so I was trying to inch as close to you as possible.
That's smart.
And then I was pretending to just walk past you without making too much noise.
You nearly did it.
Yeah.
I was so obsessed with trying to get that to scan.
Yeah, I was going to duck in and hope that you don't see me.
You genuinely nearly did it.
But that didn't work.
That would have been so good if you'd managed to just... I was honestly seconds away from making that work. Yeah. You would have just been gone and I wouldn't have even known.
Because I was probably like 70% sure you're going to run in my direction, then you would have seen me.
I was gonna.
And I was hoping you went the other way, but that seemed unlikely.
But you already had passed behind me, and I didn't hear you at all.
Because I was being very quiet. I was just like holding my breath, just like, oh, okay, don't see me, but you saw me in the last second.
So that brings us to the end of the second game. We have one more game coming up that'll be released in about a week from now. I thought I'd jump in and just thank you for watching this video and talk a little bit about production and how we're doing, what we're doing with this and the journey. The production for this one, I basically wanted to see if I could turn it around inside a week. Obviously, there are only a few videos on this channel so far, but this process has been a much longer journey. I've been trying to figure out this format and how to show real-world gameplay in an entertaining way for quite a long time now, for several years. This is the latest version of that, and hopefully you feel like me that it's starting to work. A lot's gone into this, and this week, since releasing the last video, I wanted to basically see if I could turn one of these videos round inside a week. And if you're seeing this, at least if you're seeing it when it releases on a Friday night, then it means, yeah, I did. And if you're not, then no, I didn't. Basically, there's a lot that goes into producing each one of these. The timeline is formidable, and there are a lot of graphical elements, game data stuff to handle. We have developed the app that we're using in the video to play Seektag. The great thing about that is that we have access to the game data. So that is like essentially a log of everything that happened in the game and where and when that happened, which is then turned into the data you see on the screen while players are playing, like the leaderboard, and you can see their score and things like this, and the game time, those basic things. I've basically automated a way to generate that so that you can see that on screen and it's linked to the actual game. And then everything else you see is done manually. So things like where a little capture of somebody, like a little photo almost of somebody appears in the corner, that is something that I'm adding manually each time that appears. The GoPros we're using are pretty good, but we're using them in environments that the GoPros were never designed to be used in. If you think GoPro as an action camera, usually action takes place somewhere where you can see that action. So we're talking like on a snow-covered mountain where the sun is, beating down on the snow, and it's the brightest thing you could possibly want to shoot on a camera. Not on a canal in Camden in the middle of the night. So we are pushing the GoPros pretty hard in order to get this stuff. There's quite a bit of processing being done on those. There's quite a bit of denoising, and the color grade has taken a while to dial in. But some of that stuff on the canal, there's just nothing there, and the poor camera is trying, but it's so far out of its comfort zone that there's just nothing to shoot. So obviously we're doing the kind of night vision effect to try and help bring some of that subtle detail out by putting a really harsh grade on there, basically. Adding loads of contrast, but of course it isn't real night vision. It is just trying to pull out of the grain anything we can from what the GoPros are delivering to us. So there are a lot of things that are going on behind the scenes, basically, to bring these edits together, and my challenge this week was to see if I could turn one of these round inside a week. I think I'm going to do it. I think it's, as I speak to you, it's Thursday night, so I have 24 hours essentially. One of the most time-consuming parts is the maps that you're seeing on screen. Those, obviously, I basically start with the voiceover and then figure out what maps are going to be needed to explain what it is that I'm talking about. And then I make those, and then those have to be rendered out. And again, in the background, you might be able to see one of those in the background being rendered on the machine in my cupboard. Yeah, basically those renders take quite a while. The map is a pretty complex, pretty much one-to-one copy of the real space, including lots of details that you wouldn't get on an aerial like satellite map, because that was my first thought. Is, why don't we use a satellite map like Google Earth or something like that, a detailed satellite map? But the problem is, even if it was detailed enough to see plant pots. And in this episode in particular, the plant pots were key to one player's strategy. Even if you could see the plant pots in Google Earth, which you kind of just about can, but it's like a couple of pixels across, then you still wouldn't be able to see players when they go inside anywhere or through any alleyways that are covered by building or anywhere under a roof. And a lot of the area we were playing in actually in this video is under a large open air roof, and you wouldn't be able to see any of it. So it became obvious quite early on that I was basically going to have to make a really detailed map of the area by hand, which took about a week. And then being me, I thought, hey, wouldn't it be really cool if that map also showed all of the areas where it was light and where it was dark, which led to me basically watching hours of footage that we'd recorded in this area and plotting the location of every light in this area, and what sort of light it was as well, because I think tactically that's also quite important to the game. You know, is it a pool of light or is it just a general kind of fill of light? And those two things are very different. You know, sometimes if the light has sharp edges, you avoid the light when you're playing, but you can also immediately move into darkness by just taking a couple of steps out of that light. So anyway, all of these things I think are really interesting and they're tactically relevant. And so I thought, hey, let's just have fun with this. Let's make a map that also shows the actual light sources in the playing space. And I'm really glad I did, because I think actually the map is looking really fun and you can really see what players are working with. You can get the feel for an area quite quickly, and I think that's really important. So anyway, a lot's going into this, but I think we're going to make it, and I'm certainly going to try and do this again for next week for the third and final video in this 3-episode mini league. So it's worth saying, in case it's not completely obvious from watching the video, that we are using an app to play Seektag in the video, and we developed that app, and it's a completely free thing that anyone can take and use to run tactical outdoor games. This is going to sound weird because nobody says this stuff, but we're not monetizing it in any way. It's not full of ads. It is genuinely just meant to be the start of a new thing that we think should exist, especially for adults, but really for anybody. Everyone should have access to play. And so our app is designed to just give you a tool that you can use to set up and run tactical social outdoor games. We do also run events if you're anywhere near London. In the spring and summer, we run weekly events. In the autumn and winter, it's a little bit less frequent just because of weather. But all of that stuff is going to be on our website if we are running things. So yeah, drop by if you want to come and get involved in our stuff. So all that remains to say is thank you for watching. The channel is very, very young still, and we're just getting started. So I really appreciate you being here. Thank you for tuning in, and hopefully you've enjoyed this episode and you're looking forward to number 3, which is going to be, hopefully, if everything in my plan works out, about a week from now. So yeah, we'll see. Maybe I'll be back here next week looking a lot more disheveled and tired. But hey, this is an experiment, and we'll see how it goes. So thank you again for watching, and I'll see you again next time.